What's for a data engineer? What are the key, like, or essential tools and platform to use in today's market?
Yeah. And also just to circle back there, there's lots more tools, technology. It's a growing space, lots of investments. You're seeing, whereas 10 years ago, you might have to custom build a, I don't know, QC tool. Now there's lots of options out there that you can buy off the shelf. Some of them open source, some not. And we are seeing kind of an evolution in recent news back to more open source or open data models with the adoption of, I think we don't have to get into those details, but there was some news, I think a month ago, of a few data providers going with open data specs rather than these closed private data modeling, data formats. Yeah, there's the modern data stack you had asked about. Different people define it differently, but generally you can look at tools like Fivetran for data ingestion, which is just a way to connect to lots of different data sources and then centralize that all into your data warehouse or data lake. Whereas before, you'd have to write all these custom connectors. And this was an issue that I would have sometimes. You switch jobs, switch teams, and all of a sudden you lose all that. So it's great to have one service that does all of that. If you're familiar with it, you can use it wherever you are. If it's a cloud service, I haven't used it, but I've heard good things. It seems like a lot of different people are using it out there. It's definitely becoming an industry standard. In terms of warehousing, I touched on ingest the data and then you store it somewhere. Redshift, BigQuery, Databricks has its own solution, Snowflake as well. You could use S3 or different object stores. So there's lots of different options there as well. And then the transformation and metric stage has gotten I've been pretty interested in following that myself. dbt is definitely like the first mover in that area as I see it. And they've definitely taken an early lead, but it seems like there's been some slowing of adoption there. I've seen some competitors. SQLMesh is a new tool I was just looking at. It seems pretty cool. Similar, but like it's just designed thinking about some of the problems people are having with dbt and just solving those fresh from the ground up. So that's been pretty cool to observe. And then, the BI tool. So once we transform, I should actually back up. In data engineering, there's a common paradigm called ETL or ELT, but there's extract, load, transform. So extract would be Fivetran, where you ingest certain data sets to your warehouse and load them into, let's say, a database or a data warehouse further down the line, or data mart maybe. And then transformations is what I'm talking about with dbt, SQLMesh, a few different technologies out there, but that's about massaging the data, making it into the format that you want specifically for the business or data scientist or whoever the end user is. They'll just say, I want like a certain grain and certain columns and certain QC metrics applied. So that's about getting it into the right shape for them. And then finally, the BI layer, which is about how do we, as a business, and again, BI is one use case, but how do we visualize this data? So are we going to put it in Excel? Are we going to put it in a dashboard like Tableau, QuickSight Looker? Are we creating a data science model? There's a lot of different kind of usages that you could have, but there's definitely a lot of players in that space too.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like I said, we said earlier. Each business is different. Everyone's got different ways, and also you got to be able to integrate that as well, different layers, and it's just endless tools out there, isn't it? Really, and it's just constantly evolving, improving, and changing. It's endless learning for you people involved in the data engineering world.
That's what we've signed up for. Yeah, it's fun. That's exciting.
Yeah, no, definitely. You want to keep learning, because I think, especially in jobs, when you keep doing the same thing, it's like Groundhog Day. You get same old, isn't it? And if you keep learning every day, it's obviously you're challenging yourself. It's good to your mind, and you're learning new things as well. So you are evolving as well, which you want to be doing as a human.
There's no lack of problems in the data space. So there's lots of, if anyone out there is interested in becoming a data engineer or learning more about the space, it's moving very rapidly. Lots of new tools every day. Definitely, it's a place where there's a lot to learn, a lot to grow.
Yeah.